I just want to start off by saying some niggers will never learn. They will never learn. Niggers like the niggers that work at BET, they will never learn. They will never know how to put on a award show. Not next year, not the year after next, never. Now, I want to start off by saying Kanye West, his opening was fucking terrible. I believe if you're going to put together an award show, you already know what these motherfuckers is about to come out there and say. You already know this is your network. This is your network, BET. What the fuck do you have a mute button for? His whole fucking performance. I'm sitting there, I'm wondering, did I pay my motherfucking TV bill? They muting out the whole fucking song, you know? Then Queen Latifah brings her ass out there. And Queen Latifah, she was a good rapper. When it comes to singing, she fucking sucks. After that shit she pulled at the Super Bowl, they should have went back to the table, you know, and said, you know what? Find me another fat bitch to host the show because you know BET, they love fat bitches. Monique, funny. They should have had Monique come back. You know, that was something like Queen Latifah was something like Jamie Foxx. They should have never had that shit happen. You know, then she comes out trying to ride the audience. Some parts it worked, some parts it didn't. And I didn't like the fact that she was wearing all these fucking hideous costumes, you know, from her movie Chicago, the Fat Girl movie where she was the only black bitch in that movie. You know what I'm talking about. I don't remember the name. And the part that I did like, the only part I did like when Queen Latifah came out there with T.I. and she came to pull out a camera and T.I. said you might not want to do that, you know, pull out a gun at the award show because he done already did it. Now that was funny, but all the rest of that shit, it wasn't necessary for all them costume changes and shit. They should have just whoever is doing their show, they need to be fired. Now, when it comes to you know, like Trey Songz needs to stick to motherfucking duets. When you put Trey Songz on the stage by himself, that motherfucker, it's like it's amateur night at the Apollo. It failed. And I know everybody sees the look on Prince's face before Trey starts singing Purple Rain. You know, that completely failed. Then he tried to hit that note. It fucking failed. Trey Songz, please stick to duets when you singing at award shows. Please, duets. You're a duet man, you know. Now Chris Brown with the Michael Jackson tribute, that was what they needed to do last year. They had a whole year, you know, to figure this shit out, and it worked. It really did work. When Chris Brown finished doing the dancing, you know, and when it came time for him to sing Change Man, you know, he kind of broke down, you know, and that is what I say is his fucking comeback. You can't say shit. You can hate him or love him, but that was a motherfucking comeback. Now, Alicia Keys, I really think Alicia Keys needs to, you know, take the 8 months off because she was doing really too much and her voice is almost gone. Her voice, her and Trey Songz voices were not up to par, you know. And I didn't even really hear the piano. You know, they had her sitting at a piano. I didn't even really hear it. But Patti LaBelle, she came out there and killed it. T.I. performance was okay, but then again, BET with the fucking mute button. I believe if you know these people about to sing on your show, why the fuck are you trying to mute them out? You know what the fuck they was about to say. You shouldn't mute out half of the fucking song. That's like crazy. It really is. Then on some parts they was muting out Queen Latifah because they thought she was about to curse, but she didn't. that but Nicki Minaj, she can be classy. You know, she reminds me of a low class Eminem. And you all know Eminem, he disses his own self, you know. So if you got shit to say about it, he'll say it first and then leave your ass there looking stupid and crazy and disfigured. That's what I see in Nicki Minaj. But when it comes to interviewing Nicki Minaj, she puts on that girly act, you know. She reminds me of today's Dinah Washington, and I know many of y'all don't even know who the fuck Dinah Washington is, but you need to look her up, you know. Other than that, I have a big problem when people win awards like BET awards. Why are you bringing the whole fucking studio up on stage with your ass? It's only a BET award, which I know, and an award is an award. But why are you bringing all these motherfucking people up on stage? I don't get it. You know, they really need to stop that shit. It's not professional. I can see if you bring in one person and you know, another thing I saw when Alicia Keys walked up the steps, why didn't her fucking man help her up the steps? I mean, Alicia Keys is pregnant. And there was a lot of fucking steps to be walking up. I didn't like that shit. They should have had somebody help her up the steps. Other than that, you know, that's basically all I have to say.